Morning, everyone. Welcome to March. Hey, we're marching forth here. On the fourth day of March, we march forth. Get it? Chris Allen here with your Sam Channel weather update, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. A couple of days I've been out, did not do this because I was in Huntsville, Alabama at a conference all weekend. It started Friday and it went all day Saturday. So I spent the night, Sheila and I, uh, those couple of nights and came today. But I learned a lot, and some of it you'll start to see little bits and pieces of this, that, and the other that I learned while I was down there on WNKY 40 when I do the weather at night. So, being for some new things and some different things and some better ways to tell the weather story. This podcast is one way to tell the weather story. On television, it's going to be another way, on the radio another way. It's just we have so many ways now, so many platforms, ways that we can tell you what the weather is, and it's pretty exciting. Of course, I'm a nerd anyway, big old square, even though I'm round. I try to come up with unique ways to tell the weather story, just so you understand what's happening. That's what it's all about to me. And we've got a good looking day out there right now as I look live from, we all look live from the Plano cam. Look at the sunshine. Look at the sunshine. Ooh. Uh, Wynn Stewart, back in the 70s, had a country song called Uh, well, if I can get my voice to see, I had to go when I went down south, came back north. Yeah, it all changed. Such a pretty world today. Wynn Stewart. Such a pretty world today. Look at the sun. Yeah, that's it. You see clouds too, and some of those clouds are just kind of blowing off some stuff from time to time. Today we're going to see clouds and sunshine, but it's not going to rain just yet, I don't think, although at times it may look like it wants to. But here's a look at the cloud cover on the satellite view. As we're seeing clouds around us, high pressure is actually roll, but we're going to continue to see these clouds just kind of drift like today right over southern Kentucky, middle Tennessee, thicker clouds back to the west. We will be talking about rain up in the next few days. So just be aware of that. In fact, as soon as the day tomorrow, around this time, or even maybe before this time, we're going to start seeing rain and maybe even some thunderstorm activity. All right, let's check temperatures right now, according to the Kentucky Mesonet Network, which is out there 24 hours a day looking at the temperatures and what's happening. Here's a look, and you can see that everybody is ni- nice and warm. 60s. We started out in the upper 40s, low 50s this morning, but since the sun has come out, we are well into the 60s all over the place. The only exception still, even at this hour, the 8 o'clock hour, it's 8:27, almost 8:30 as I do this, a little bit late this morning, but it's 53 in Burkesville, near the river. That sensor is near the river, the Cumberland River in Burkesville, about 3 miles west of the center of town. But then you go to Monroe County, Tompkinsville, it's 64 there, and it's 64 in Edmonton, but just 53 in Cumberland County. The winds, where are the winds coming from? I'd say the south. Yeah, there we go. 5 to 10. Is there a breeze? I believe there is. Let's see the gusts. Yeah, not a bad breeze. 10, 15 to almost 20 miles per hour. The winds may pick up a few times today, but it's not going to be windy. It may be breezy a few times today with the mix of sun and clouds. So, really, not a bad day at all. Mix of clouds and sunshine and a bit of a breeze from the south. We can take that. But those southerly breezes out ahead of the next system is what's going to bring us our next chance of rain, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at temperatures and the model blender. And here we go for the next several days. Look at that, 76 today. Yeah, easily, easily 76 today. Maybe even 77 or 78, depending on how much sunshine versus clouds we see today. But that southerly breeze is going to certainly help us stay warm. We go near 70 tomorrow after going to about 60 tonight. They show 59, but I'm going 60. I may even go 71 or 72 tomorrow, but it depends on how overcast it stays and how much rain we get out of that. It could be closer to 70, but I'm going 72 and breezy tomorrow. Then we go about 65 to 67 on Wednesday, 67 to 65, maybe Thursday, cloudy, rain again on Friday, 60. This is showing 69 to 70. Yeah. Rain and thunderstorms Saturday. That's going to cool us down a bit to about 60 to 62. Little bit of a cooler period of weather once we get into late weekend, but that's because of the rain and a cold front that'll be passing through. And that's going to cool us down into the mid to upper 50s. Then we're right back into the 60s and pushing near 70 as we get into next week, um, the beginning of next week. So it's only going to cool down. We're in that period again, which I've talked about. The transition into spring is going to be one of those where we have these little short hits, little bursts of cooler air, and then we're right back into spring. And by the way, you know, this Sunday, 2 a.m., this Sunday is when we spring forward. We set our clocks ahead 1 hour. Daylight saving time takes over. They have not passed the law uh, to permanently get rid of that. It's still on the books. Kentucky has passed it, but that doesn't mean we can do it yet. The president has to sign it. It has to go through Congress, and then the president has to sign it into law to get rid of saving time. So we're still going to have to spring forward, despite anything you may have heard from anybody else. We still have to change time ahead 1 hour this coming weekend. So I suggest before you turn in Saturday night, you set your clocks ahead 1 hour. Yes, you still have to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I know that's just one of these days we're going to get rid of that stinking old thing and we can move on with our lives and not have to worry about it. Okay, here's a look at the maps this morning. We're up with some fog, but most of that now is pretty much over with. Here comes the system out of the plains that is going to slow down. Notice it's mostly stationary. Waves of low pressure are going to ride along that front. High pressure rather strong out to the east. So this whole system is going to slow down, which means we could get a lot of rain out of it. So here we go into tomorrow. Everything will start dry very early in the morning, and then rain will start to overspread from west to east during the day on Tuesday. Perhaps some rumbles of thunder in here and sometimes some brief heavy rain. Nothing severe. The severe weather, if it happens, is going to be back here west of us. Mostly heavy rain as the cold front comes on through, but it too is going to be slow in moving across the area. So we're going to keep raining here. This is Tuesday night. Wednesday, there's still a chance of showers on the backside of the front. And then as we get into Thursday, here comes the next system in step one, two, there's three actually. So here's the second system coming in for Wednesday into Thursday with more rain, more slow movement of these systems, and more potentially heavy rain and thunderstorms. Not necessarily severe weather, but I can't say that it's non existent. So I'll say there's a non zero chance of severe weather. It's one of those situations. Here we go into Saturday the Sunday. It's going to start out wet for your weekend, then turning much cooler as a big high pressure takes over. Here we go into Sunday, Monday. It will stay temporarily cool for Sunday, but then Monday into Tuesday, we're going to warm back up as high pressure dominates the forecast and puts us back right where we would like to be in these very comfortable 60s and 70s. It's going to be good. All right. So, since I'm back in town from out of town doing the weather conference, I will be back on. I wasn't on Friday. I'll be back on News 40 tonight, 5, 6, and 10. And I'm on your radio this morning at Sam 100.7. And of course, I'm right here. Have a great day. Enjoy the day. Thanks for watching, and God bless.